Those of you that are here by phone or visually, welcome. So take this moment, let's take this moment together to enter sacred space. Refocus your attention, if you haven't already, from thinking to the direct experience of your breath, the feeling, sensing, awareness that you have of your body as it breathes, as you breathe, life, air. Connecting us with each other through this ocean of air and connecting us with all life on this planet, including the planet itself, Mother Earth, Gaia. And the inhaling and the exhaling is also a way of tuning us to balance, to balancing the out breath, the in breath, out breath, in breath. So let's just take this time that we have right now to be together as we are moving into balance, as we're entering into sacred space together. One helpful method of feeling, experiencing more balance is to bring attention to the central column that runs vertically through your body and well up above the top of your head. So if you think of it as a line, an energy line, runs vertically through, it goes right from above your head down through the crown of your head and between in the middle of your head and neck and torso. And however you're seated, it will move down vertically, down below your feet and down into the earth. So if you think of this line, energy line, that is like a balancing central column. We find it in every culture in the world that has any sort of inner work process, yoga, various forms of meditation, shamanism, is seeing the central energy line. And so it balances for us the right side and the left side of our bodies, and the right side and left side of what's beyond your body, your energy field. That energy field is like a very large sphere that your body is right in the middle of. And so the balancing of the right and the left is one of the very powerful integrating processes that we can get into, because the right and the left are polarized energetically. And in effect, they can almost be in opposition to each other, that is, in conflict with each other. And so by practices of meditation like this, you can bring awareness to both sides and start to notice how they might be imbalanced. Like if you feel a little more sensation, sometimes people feel a lot more sensation on one side than the other. You know, or maybe one side feels more contracted, one side feels more expansive. And so breathing consciously, bringing awareness to both sides. Gradually we can just sort of feel the way if you're on a teeter-totter, if you were in the middle and you were trying to balance, you would lean a little bit this way, lean a little bit that way. In fact, a good exercise is to kind of do that, like lean your body over to the right side, just a little bit right of center, so that you sort of sit it on your right buttocks more than your left. And then bring your body kind of back toward the center and then cross over that center line to the left side, to the other side. And feel how then you can come back to the center, kind of like a pendulum does, swinging a little bit back and forth, until you find you're right in the middle, right in the center. And that central, it's vertical, so it's not only your head, it's your neck, it's your chest, your spine, your pelvic area, your legs, your feet. Moving toward balance, moving toward resolving any sort of conflict there. And in the deeper teachings, the yoga teachings, this is the male and the female aspects of ourselves. And one of the great conflicts, as I think of it, that we are all struggling with, and that we are struggling with collectively, is the battle of the man and the woman, the male and the female. The thousands of years of domination by the male principle and men in form, we're shifting in fits and starts to a balance, and coming back to honoring the feminine. So in this tradition of yoga, the left side is the feminine, the yin. And so you may find it for you that side feels stronger, clearer, or you may find it feels weaker. It's all, each individual has their own sense of working into that balance. So just take a moment with that aspect of centering, balancing the left and the right, the male and the female. That's the inner male and female within you. And this connects into relationships and the world at large. In fact, doing this is like a prayer that men and women can find respectful, healing, growing mutual relationships with each other, and that we can in our own lives. And the central axis also balances us front and back. It's something a lot of people forget about, which is that we're equally, even though we tend to be oriented toward the front, that's where our eyes are and our nose is and our mouth is, uh, but energetically, we're more spherical. And the front and the back of our energy field and our body can be more or less in balance. And if you lean a little bit forward, do the same process, leaning forward and coming back to center and past center, back, and then forward, you'll find you can also bring a little more awareness to that balance, which is very helpful in relationship because that tendency to lean forward or lean backward can be problematic in our relationships. So it's just what it feels like to balance them. And another few deep breaths, and let's do what we did once. I can't see all of you, but if you would reach your hands up um, toward the ceiling, and of course, if you think with your awareness through the ceiling, through the roof of whatever building you're in, unless you're outside, and up into the sky, and it's already dark here in New York, and reaching up into the night sky. There's a moon, there's the stars. But the whole direction of reaching up, allowing our attention, our awareness to go up, is to open to that which is transcendent, that which is above in that sense. The reality, even the physical reality that we live in. And so we ask for the light of that transcendent spirit to come down, and we bring our hands down, and you can bring them to your heart center area of your chest. And so we bring and open to the energies of above, and we bring them into our heart, bring them into the center of our heart. And then if you can, you may have to scoot your seat back, however you can do it. Just lean forward and let your hands reach down toward the ground, and allow that your awareness, your attention is going down past your feet, touching, even if you're not physically touching with your hands, touching with your mind, touching with awareness. Mother Earth, entering into deep inside Mother Earth, the Earth's crust, and even deep down into the waters and the fires and the rock of the earth and the spirit of Mother Earth, the foundational deep substance of the nature of our bodies. And we bring that up. We allow our hands to fill with that energy, and we bring that into our heart. And let the hands focus in your heart center. And so we're balancing here now the energies from above and the energies from below, the transcendent and the immanent, light and substance. And in many respects, this is another kind of conflict in the world and sometimes in ourselves. Which direction are we moving? Which direction are we called? Which do they seem like opposites somehow? The idea that we're seeking spirituality, rising up, we might see it, and the idea that we're acting in the world, changing things, healing things, doing things. And is it possible that we can balance the two in our heart center, just as we balanced the right side, the left side, the male and the female, the front and the back? So just take a moment to be with that, balancing whatever that means for you, the higher consciousness and the substance of which things are made. Centering, balancing, always allowing your awareness to drift, be taken towards center, towards a deeper and deeper place. Let your breath be what you come back to whenever you find, and you will, of course, your mind drifting off to something else, to some other thought, some other place, some other idea. Or just not even recognizing what it is you're thinking of, just realizing you've gone somewhere else. Just come back gently to your breath without any judgment whatsoever of where you've been. Come back to your breath and the balancing and centering that we're doing. It is as it gets deeper and deeper, a healing of the polarities, a healing of those aspects of our nature that can be in conflict and yet can be brought to where they are harmonized and together. Left, the right, the front, the back, the above and the below. Center in the heart space and breathe. Breathe a breath of gratitude for having this opportunity to Just be, and be together with others, seeking to open and balance our hearts. Seeking to allow our souls, our spirits, to balance us. And so, one other balance, one other sometimes seeming opposite, is the within and the without. That which is within us and that which is outside us, as we tend to think of it or experience it. So take a moment to just feel the self that is the body that you live in, the living, breathing, organic system of systems, muscular system, skeletal system, nervous system, circulatory system, digestive system, endocrine system. All these systems that somehow operate cooperatively as one organism are made up of organs that are made up of cells that are made up of molecules and then atoms and then subatomic units that we can barely even describe as having substance. And that space inside us, within the body, is something we can experience, the spaciousness within. And within is also means our mind, the subjective experience that we have, your thoughts, your feelings, your hopes, your fears. Your intentions. And then take your awareness, your attention, and let it go outside, maybe go along with your breath, right outside the surface of your skin, right around your body. Some people recognize or talk about an aura of energy immediately around your body, but then go even beyond that, out into your room, the walls of your room, whatever's in your room, out through the building that you're in, down into the ground below the building, and the air above, so depending on where you are, there may be streets, there may be trees, there may be farm fields, whatever it is. If you continue to just imagine, just to letting your attention, your awareness go out to the bioregion that you live in. Many of us live along the Hudson River. Others of you may live near mountains. And then beyond that, the oceans and the whole Mother Earth. And in the deepest forms of meditation, it's understood that that central axis that we worked with, we moved into, we became aware of and experienced at the beginning of this meditation, that central vertical axis, you can feel that as being in a kind of union with the Earth's axis. Let's call it the axis mundi, the world axis. And if you just even think of that for just a moment, you might get a feeling for it. You might get a sense of it. It isn't something you make up, it's just something you can open to feel. And so the inner and the outer, we kind of move toward balancing, and the breath is the most helpful process that we can bring our attention to help with that, to balance the inner and the outer. As you breathe in, you inhale, you go inward. As you breathe out, you exhale, you move into the world. And we realize we don't have to be a conflict between, oh, do I take care of myself? What about my own therapy, my own process, my own worries? And what about the world? What do I need to be doing? You find yourself able to balance the two energetically with your attention, with your awareness. A lot of that anxiety drops away. So just take this moment to balance the central column, central axis that is also aligned with Mother Earth's axis. And open to the possibility that this work that you're doing right now, this very centering, balancing, move toward greater peace and harmony within yourself is bringing just that to the world in this moment. Peace and harmony. So thank you for coming. Blessings. Namaste. Take care of yourselves. Be well.